and make this for 3 minutes. Till the participants joining, you can introduce yourself in the chat box and we can get to know each other before the event starts. So just give us 3 to 2 minutes. Meanwhile, you can introduce yourself. Just put your name and where are you from. Or if you're representing any of the EvalYouth chapters, please mention that as well.
Siddhi Trang has joined. Siddhi Trang is here. Okay.
I'm here. Hello, everyone.
I would like to request all our participants to keep their microphone muted.
You're muted, Hasidi.
You also muted Hasidi.
Sorry about that. So I guess it's 4:33. Yeah, we can start. And I would kindly request all our participants to mute themselves so that it won't disturb the event presentations. So a very good evening to everyone and hope you all are doing well and fine. It's 4:30 p.m. 4:33 p.m. IST, and of course, being a weekday, probably you might be on your way back from work. Still, we hope that you will actively engage with us and enjoy the session. So back in 2019, EvalYouth Asia, the regional chapter of EvalYouth Global, was launched with an aim to creating a strong network of young and emerging evaluators in the Asia Pacific region. And today, we are proudly celebrating its 3rd anniversary. Next slide, please. So I'm Hasidi Samarasinghe, co-leader of EvalYouth Asia, and I will be your moderator for this session. And of course, we all are looking forward to a session full of happiness and laughter. Next slide, please. So before the session starts, there are a few housekeeping rules to remind. Kindly keep your microphones and video disabled all the time to lessen load on your internet bandwidth. And please rename your Zoom name using the given format. And if you have any questions, concerns, or any comments to our co-leaders or to your fellow YAs, please leave them in the chat box. We'll address them as it comes up. Okay, now it's time to open the floor. Next. I invite Trang Dao, co-leader of EvalYouth Asia, to welcome our participants. Trang, over to you.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes,
Hello.
we can. We can hear you, Trang.
It seems like there is a problem with the video, but they might. Good evening, good morning, afternoon, or evening, young evaluators in Asia and over the world. Welcome to the 3rd anniversary of Young Evaluator Chapters in Asia. This event looks forward to hearing young evaluator story in the past 3 years and its way forward in 2023. And today is my honor to deliver some beautiful words to convey the experience and also some story at the beginning. In the decade of focusing on evidence-based approach, what we are doing is hugely important to contribute to exploring and to promoting the application of quality evidence about practical intervention models and quality research findings for future use. So EY chapters in Asia highly encourage all of us to keep building our capacity evaluation related knowledge and experience through many resources and channels, including a series of activities organized by Young Evaluators chapters in Asia and Young Evaluators network at the global level. And welcome all of you, and thank you so much. Over to you, Hasiti.
Thank you for joining with us today. And now, our next slide, Erica. Yes, today we have a special guest joining to deliver the keynote speech. She's none other than our dear EvalYouth co-chair, Gabriela Detaria. Gabby, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Hasiti. Good morning and good afternoon to all of you. First of all, I would like to thank the organizers for the opportunity of being here today. It is my greatest pleasure to celebrate 3 years of EvalYouth Asia. Just a few days ago, we celebrated 7 years of EvalYouth Global Network, and since then, I've been thinking and reflecting about the past achievements and thinking about the future, what the challenges we'll face. Part of these reflections passes by acknowledging the past, what it has been done, what has been the work for us, etc. And here I would like to mention that once Churchill said, however beautiful the strategy, you should occasionally look at the results. And sometimes for us, it's easier to look what we have done, but not so much at the results. An anniversary is a great opportunity to not only look at the past and the actions we've taken and the strategy and actions delivered, to actually see the results. EvalYouth and its chapters have been launched to promote young and emerging evaluators to become technically sound, experienced, and well-networked professionals. In these years, EvalYouth Asia has been keeping up to that promise. Since the beginning, EvalYouth is about actions, and EvalYouth Asia is a living proof of many actions taken in order to promote young and emerging evaluators. Nowadays, we can see the results, where young and emerging evaluators in the region are leaders in their BOPES, are leaders taking actions to advance the evaluation profession in the region. And this is like a good reminder that we need to look at those results taken and delivered by many, many actions in many, many events that have been taking place in these 3 past years. At the end of the day, we are all here not only to share our passion for evaluation and the promotion of young and emerging evaluators, but to actually seek for very practical ways to ensure the mainstreaming of youth in evaluation, to increase the inclusion of the youth in the evaluation practice. And in this, I actually would like to congratulate the current leadership for all your work, for increasing the participation and visibility of youth in the evaluation practice in the region and worldwide. You are one of the most vibrant chapters who keep delivering on their promise and including the participation and the visibility of youth in evaluation. With all of this in mind, I think we need to think about the challenges, and I know that we have great challenges ahead in actually looking for ways to strengthen the participation of young and emerging evaluators in all the process of evaluation. But I am sure that together we can tackle them. To all the young and emerging evaluators in their region, please keep engaged, keep looking ways to think outside of the box in how to best support young and emerging evaluators from each of our arenas and how we can do it together. Let's all be the agents of change needed to promote evaluation as a tool for transformational change. Let's show how youth participation in evaluation could and actually has a positive impact on society. Let us build our leadership skills. Let us be the leaders we wish we had planned a long time ago. And let's keep building capacities and promotion of young and emerging evaluators in the region and worldwide. Congratulations to EvalYouth Asia. Many, many achievements. Keep being a reference worldwide. And actually, I'd like to congratulate to all the leaders for all your immense work. I know how hard it is. I'd like to congratulate and to thank for your volunteering work. Just yesterday was volunteering day, and I cannot imagine that all the work that EvalYouth and the regional chapters and the national chapters have been doing was possible without all of this volunteer and all of this passion for evaluation. And I just want to invite all of you to keep doing it, to keep promoting from your own perspective, young and emerging evaluators, to showing to the society why we should keep doing this and keep encouraging each other to keep on working on this. And well, as I mentioned a couple of days ago, it was the 7th celebration of EvalYouth. And we actually wanted to award young and emerging evaluators that are actively promoting other young and emerging evaluators in the evaluation field. And we wanted to acknowledge the crucial work in advocating for equity, peace, sustainability globally through for evaluation. And it was a difficult work to select just a few of them, because we have many good examples of young and emerging evaluators promoting these values worldwide. But I was really happy to see that we have two of the awardees were from the Asia region. One of them is Ana Erika Lareza, and the other one is Samandar Mahmoudi. And I would like just to say thank you for all of your work. And I wish we had more awards, because definitely we can find very valuable people and people that is really engaged in promoting young and emerging evaluators worldwide. I would just like to thank all of you and Samantha and Anna Erika in particular for all your work. And in this 3rd anniversary, let's just celebrate for all of our achievements as EvalYouth. Let's take this mandate of promotion and let's really show the society why we should keep doing this, why it's good not only for young emerging evaluators, but it's actually good for the entire society. Congratulations again, and thank you very much for the opportunity of being here today.
Thank you, Gabby, so much for joining with us today and for your motivations, and of course, for continuously supporting EvalYouth Asia. And congratulations, Ana Erika and Samandar Mahmoudi, for bringing 2 EvalYouth Awards to Asia. Congratulations, guys. We are so proud of you. So next, we have Samandar Mahmoudi, our dear colleague, EvalYouth Asia co-leader, ready to introduce our speakers. Samandar, over to you.
Hi. Hi, Hasiti. Unfortunately, on the last minute, Samandar couldn't join us today. So I will do the honors, even though I'm part of this, I will do the honors of introducing our speakers for today. So for the first, as you may all know, today, as part of the celebration of the EvalYouth Asia's anniversary, we are looking back into what EvalYouth Asia was and what we have achieved in the past year. So part of our speakers for today will be presenting those in the aspects. These are the projects or the flagship projects of EvalYouth Asia that they themselves have co-led during within their stay in EvalYouth Asia. So first one will be me. So I am Ana Erika Lareza from the Philippines, and I'm very happy to join you. Next, and then next to me, my other speakers who will be joining me today would be, Imad Harun, who would be doing the kickoff series, and then Yatin Dewakar, who will be presenting about the EvalYouth Asia Winter Schools Domina Chamatkara regarding the APC Hub, and then Ranica Demel for the Asia Pacific Regional Evaluation Strategy. So, for me, just going back with just jumping start on it essentially. So I just wanted to share with everyone, like, how did EvalYouth Asia start in the first place. EvalYouth Asia is only 3 years old. And it feels like it's been longer than 3 years, if I will be real. It's 3 years is short but very long at the same time. So as you may already, if you would count essentially, EvalYouth Asia almost started along with the COVID-19 pandemic, to be honest. But before COVID-19, there were a lot. Honestly, there were a lot of attempts to start an EvalYouth Asia chapter or a chapter in the region, essentially. I've told there were, if you've been part with me in the EvalYouth Global chapters during 2018, 2017, around those years, you would know that in the hundreds of members of EvalYouth Global Network, there would be less than 10 people who's actively involved in the network and who's from Asia. And there were, in our perspective, there was not enough manpower to start a regional chapter. So there were two heads who were trying to start this. One was Jahid. Jahid was then the Asia representative for the EvalYouth Global Network. And he has been collecting a lot of contacts for young and emerging evaluators in Asia. That's his story. But definitely on my end, my perspective, the very first time I've heard of the possibility of EvalYouth Asia's gonna be happening, it was during the Asia Pacific evaluation, the APEA conference in 2016 in Hanoi, Vietnam. APEA ever since then have been very supportive and have been looking forward to having an EvalYouth counterpart on their end. And it started as early 2016 and it didn't happen. And then it had its second conference again in Manila, where I was helping as the secretariat. I've met a couple of people here. Chamatkara was there, Randika was there, and we were talking about a chapter in Asia, but still there was just 3 of us who was interested in it. So it's something that couldn't form until it was around 2019. We finally had had an epiphany. We had enough manpower. We have had enough support from APEA to finally start a chapter. And then we connected with Jahid and started this whole discussion on how we could start a chapter. And that's when Jahid, Imad, and Samandar came into the picture as well. So that's a very rugged start of EvalYouth Asia. Not as gracious as the other national chapters where they had this whole launch event. But for us, it was just a mini part of a webinar that we are calling for members. So yeah, and then again, it's just because at the time we're still trying to deal with the same challenges that we've been having up until now, same challenges ever since. And as we go through this whole event, hopefully you would see how EvalYouth Asia is trying to address these challenges one by one, hopefully, and making a dent on each of them. So thank you, Yatin, for this illustration. Shout out to you. So 2019, we finally launched the EvalYouth Asia. Again, still, it's all about YE is promoting them and their needs. And we've had our first, event? No, this is a panel. This is a panel of an EvalYouth Asia panel within the EvalFest 2020 New Delhi. It was the official introduction of the EvalYouth Asia chapter into the evaluation community. And it was our first face-to-face meeting. So it was very fun to finally see faces. You know how rare it is for EvalYouth chapters or EvalYouth networks in general to meet face to face. So we were very happy to have been able to have this opportunity to meet face to face. So yeah, and you know, that's it. And then the rest is history, and which my friends here will tell you all about. So now I'm gonna pass the floor to my friend Imad Haroon. I'll leave it to you, Imad. Like, how did we go from there?
Thank you, Rika. Hi, everyone. Can someone confirm if my voice is clear? Super. Thanks. As Rika said, I still can't believe that we are 3 years old. I still remember our launch event with my bad memory on the launch event, which I made an accident and I was not able to attend the launch event, but it is such a pleasure that I am attending now the 3rd anniversary and celebrating EvalYouth Asia being 3 years old and yeah, celebrating with all of you. So first of all, congratulations to everyone, to all my co-leaders, to all members, to all volunteers. Yeah, as I said earlier, I still can't believe it is 3 years, such short, but as Erika said, if we consider what we have achieved over the past 3 years, I must say that it seems like years and years. So great work and great contribution to all our members, co-leaders, volunteers around the region. For sure, with the support from EvalYouth Global and the management group of the EvalYouth Global. The EvalYouth Asia chapter has now have around 100 members and volunteers from 20 different countries in the region. The EvalYouth chapters kickoff series that I am talking about now was proposed by EvalYouth Asia in collaboration with Afghan Evaluation Society, Young and Emerging Evaluators thematic groups, and AQI evaluation community of India Young and Emerging Evaluators Network. We took the initiative from there and we discussed it with the EvalYouth Asia core groups, co-leaders, and we worked on that with the purpose to bring more opportunities for the young and emerging evaluators in Afghanistan and India and other countries in the Asia region. And for sure, there was a lack of capacity development opportunities, learning resources, and formal education opportunities in evaluation for young and emerging evaluators in our region, in the Asia region. Young and emerging evaluators in these countries need to get guidance from the EMINI professionals in order to start a career in the field of evaluation. The VOPs in different countries, however, that they did their best, but due to lack of financial capacities, their capabilities for capacity or professional development was very limited. All parties involved in this project or this initiative had the belief and trust that establishing EvalYouth Asia chapters, national chapters in different countries will help to provide new opportunities to young and emerging evaluators in the region. And we further worked on the initiative, and now I proudly announce that we have 10 national chapters in our region: Afghanistan, India, Sri Lanka, Nepal, Pakistan, Philippines, Bhutan, Indonesia, Pacific, and Australia. And 2 more to come, Vietnam and Bangladesh. By 2 more, I mean that they are coming very soon, but many more will come in the coming years. And for the new chapters, the EvalYouth Global and EvalYouth Asia are working to develop a standardized process to help young and emerging evaluators to launch their chapters, take the initiative, and make this umbrella of national chapters much bigger and broader. So yeah, once again, I congratulate all the national chapters for creating their own chapters, and the regional chapter for making all these successes. Bravo to everyone, and yeah, good luck with all the upcoming work. Thanks.
Thank you, Imad, and thank you, Erica, for walking us through the journey of EvalYouth Asia. Definitely, it's a journey to celebrate. So now, our colleague Yatin Tipakar is ready to present about EvalYouth Asia Winter Schools. Yatin, over to you, Yatin.
Thank you, Hasiti. So as Erica showed in that small chart prepared by me, and as Imad mentioned a couple of times, we have very limited opportunities for our career development and capacity building in this region. Pre-pandemic, if we see, there were rarely any training programs being conducted which were free and which allowed YEs to sit in and learn about evaluation. Most of us had to learn about evaluation on our jobs or to go to some European or American university to learn more about evaluation, as there are practically no courses on evaluation in the region. So this idea came up, I guess, around the time EvalYouth Asia was formed, that we should have some sort of a winter school where we can bring together YEs from different countries to one location, have them over for 2 to 3 days in an offline setting, take them around locally to see some evaluation activities and train them in evaluation, do a short training. But unfortunately, 2020, COVID struck and that plan was postponed. Initially, it was postponed, but then COVID continued, and then we thought that why not do it online, just like all the webinars we had started to do online. And so in March 2021, though summer was just starting in the subcontinent, we still called it the winter school. And the first winter school happened in March 2021, we had selected about 70 participants from across all the sub-regions of Asia Pacific and a few people from Africa as well. Of that, about 47 YEs ended up completing the program and getting a certificate. In this, we had 6 sessions where about 8 resource persons came in from across the globe and talked about basics of monitoring and evaluation, the worldview, what is happening in evaluation across the globe right now. And then connecting it to sustainability, there was a session on career development in M&D and how to choose your career plan, etc. Using a tool which is being at that time was being developed by Amanda, a YE from Australia for UNFPA. Now I guess it has been standardized and released to the public. So yes, that was one of our first events to do that kind of a career development program. So throughout that event, it was done all by volunteers, YE volunteers coming from all the national chapters of EvalYouth at that time, EvalYouth Asia at that time. Plus, we had support from SLEVA, Evaluation Committee of India, and University of Sri Jayawardene, which has the Center for Evaluation. So all of these people, some mentors and some volunteers, co-leaders had got together. We were designing the program, having regular meetings for 2-3 months, figuring out production, what should we do, how to use the breakout rooms, everything. And we made it a success. And once it was a success and we published it to the world that this is how we have done it, and we have done it so nicely. The next time we wanted to do it, we received some funding to do it again, online again, this time as well in December 2022 as part of the Evaluation Asia Week last year. And it happened again online, similarly 6 sessions. Again, we had selected about 100 participants, of which about 47 completed the program. Again, about 8 resource persons joined, similar sessions were held. It was fun, and to do it with consultants this time, we did reduce the load on the volunteers a bit and made things more streamlined, happening in a better way. And so again, this year, I guess the day after, we are starting with the winter school for this year, and it is happening again a 3rd time. And again, more participants are there, about 100 participants have been selected. And we hope this time the ratio of participants who are completing, which was about 50% in the last winter school, this time it will improve. People will find it beneficial to attend the sessions, sit through them, understand what is happening, to get trained. But while we are doing these annual winter schools, we also realize that in between throughout the year, there are other topics, other smaller trainings which we can offer to our participants. So we started with these follow-up training programs where Gabby was kind enough to take up a few of them and cover up some interesting topics, skill-based topics, and some pertinent questions around sustainability and evaluation and so on. And so all of that has been going on for the last 2 years. Primarily, the APIA's YE team leadership has been holding on and planning about what to do, which comprises of EvalYouth leaders as well. So EvalYouth Asia is the main organizer in this event along with APIA, but we also have all the national chapters in the region as a co-partner, co-organizers along with Sleva, IPO and others. So yes, and of course APC Hub, which plays an important role in all our activities in the region for publicity, online presentations, all these graphics that you see, all the banners you see behind us, these presentations, everything. So APC Hub is also an important partner for us, and we all come together every time. Most of us do it voluntarily. There are some people who are getting some payment against giving extra time and being extra professional about doing things. And we request other volunteers to join in, because as a volunteer, you also get to sit through the training program and get to learn what is being taught, along with doing everything what is happening behind the scenes. One major learning behind the scenes for me has been that we are able to get in touch with many of these speakers. Otherwise, interacting with these senior evaluators might have been a bit difficult for me initially. But I got an approach to them, I could talk to them, interact with them, and it's just fun. Like after spending 2-3 months together every week on calls for planning everything, I feel I have met most of these people in person, though for the last 2 years, everything has been online. But I really feel that we are all connected. Like only time I met anyone offline was the only session in Delhi that Erika showed you a photo of, where a few of us were able to meet offline. And then recently the event training when some others amongst us met offline. But I feel that all the co-leaders here and our regular volunteers feel like a big group of friends or family who have been meeting each other very regularly. And so yes, it will be quite a fun journey for me to be part of the winter schools and leading it. And
Did we lose your team? Your team?
I'm looking forward for this.
I think we lost him, right?
I muted myself at done.
Okay. Yatin, are you going to speak again?
No, I muted myself because I'm done.
Okay, sorry, I couldn't hear you properly. And thank you very much, Yatin, for your, to be honest, your continuous support too, especially for EvalYouth Asia Winter School. Being one of the signature projects of EvalYouth Asia, when we are like very proud that we are having our consecutive, winter school for the consecutive third year. In like day after tomorrow, actually, we are starting third winter school. So Yatin, thank you very much for your support all the way as well for the winter school especially. And next slide. Yeah, and of course, Yatin already gave an introduction to APC Hub, so I'm not going to repeat it again. I would now like to invite our colleague, Dilmina Chamatkara, to present about establishment of the APC Hub.
Okay, thanks, Ashifi. And yeah, so Erika spoke about how APC Hub EvalYouth Asia chapter was established, then how it has given opportunities to YEs and country, the marginalized country. Well, by Imad explained how kickoff series provide them opportunities for YEs, then how EYA helped capacity building of young and emerging evaluators through winter school, Yatin mentioned. So here I'm going to speak about APC Hub, how EYA promote networking throughout the evaluators, young and emerging evaluators. So I mean, as Erika mentioned, we EvalYouth Asia chapter established in 2009, December 2019, and they are and after establishment, there are several collaborative events happen with Asia Pacific Evaluation Association and other entities, and webinars likewise. So EvalYouth Asia was part of, still is a part of all of these events, interventions likewise. So there was a need of common communication platform for share the news, these events and everything with all around the region. So especially for action campaign, Asia Pacific Regional Evaluation Strategies, SLEVA peer webinars. So we have a lot of work came, a lot of background work to be done. So with that, this need of common communication platform was aroused. Then in the latter part of 2020, in the beginning of 2020, we had the first Evaluation Asia, as I remember, in 2020. With that, the Erika came up with this Asia Pacific Evaluation, Asia Pacific Communication Hub, as that in short form APC Hub. I think you all have seen the logo that you can see right here, APC Hub logo. Wherever anything happen, any event, any intervention happens, any project happens in related to evaluation in Asia Pacific region. So the objective of establishment of APC Hub was to connect the evaluation community and provide equally opportunities wise in all corners of the region. So in the beginning, APC Hub was formed as an unofficial body with EYA members, SLEVA and Sri Lanka Evaluation Association and EvalYouth Sri Lanka team. And there were representatives from EvalYouth India, Shruti likewise, and EvalYouth Afghanistan. And in the beginning, APC Hub, it was requested to have one EvalYouth national chapter members representing each chapter and provide the details of what's happening and supporting the communication likewise. Then, EvalYouth APC Hub was formalized, formalized and established officially around, as I remember, like February 2021. Then after a few events and happens with the several other campaigns. So then the formalization of APC Hub was needed in early 2021, as we mentioned. There were some meetings happening, and then 2 branches was established for the communication and then for the production. So main part of the communication branch was to provide live coverages for Asia Pacific events, wide share Asia Pacific events throughout the community, support APIA, national OPAs, EvalYouth chapters in preparation communication materials, and also prepare communication database likewise. For the production, it was provide production support for Asia Pacific events, preparation of police agenda, conducting test scores, facilitate live production. So with this formalization of APC Hub, it was strengthened, and the APC Hub database communication packs, and this was introduced like that. So I personally believe APC Hub, so it was established with a co-support from Asia Pacific Evaluation Association and EvalYouth Asia chapter. But I believe APC Hub is the main body that Asia Pacific EvalYouth Asia chapter connects with all the YE's network throughout the region, because as my personal experience, most of the co-leaders here, most of the co-leaders of EvalYouth Asia chapter, they began they joined these activities throughout APC Hub. So I personally believe APC Hub supported networking and as well as supported EvalYouth Asia chapter in promoting its mandate throughout the region. And presently, APC Hub is well known within the global evaluation community wherever an event happened, and then recently it was selected as one of the pilot initiatives for a youth in evaluation campaign, a pilot initiative with that it was the role model for communication platforms within other regions. So, so as I mentioned, so ABC have shared its experiences, materials, samples, strategies, and EvalYouth chapters all around the world. So I believe ABC has become an activity why starts their many career with voluntary experience and setting up the background for evaluation career. So while congratulating EYA, EvalYouth Asia for 3rd anniversary, I would like to wish APC Hub 2 a great future with current co-leaders Hasiti, May, and there are Randy, Randika, Madhuka, and there are several others who always support APC Hub voluntarily. So, and also, I welcome if there are anyone who is willing to support APC Hub and join voluntarily and start their career in evaluation, join with us and be a part of APC Hub.
Thank you, Chama. Of course, APC Hub is not just about people, just 1 or 2 people, it's about volunteerism and it's about all the Ys in the region. So as Chama mentioned, if you are willing to join with APC Hub, please write to us. Of course, you can write to our APIA coordinator email and we'll soon get back to you. Next slide, please. Yes. Now, EvalYouth Asia is working closely with APIA as well as it works closely with Asia Pacific Regional Evaluation Strategy. So to present about this Asia Pacific Regional Evaluation Strategy, I would now like to invite our colleague Randika Diman. Randika, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Hasiti. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. And I would like to congratulate also EvalYouth Asia on its 3rd anniversary. And I've been there from the start and I'm excited to see it grow this far, and hopefully our co-leaders will continue the work and hope to see EvalYouth Asia grow and be a powerful force for youth in the region. So in 2020, EvalYouth Asia helped to draft the Asia Pacific Regional Evaluation Strategy that was led by Asia Pacific Evaluation Association. And promoting young and emerging evaluators is one of the 8 themes part of the Asia Pacific Regional Evaluation Strategy. So the main outcomes of the promoting young and emerging evaluators themes are to increase supply of professional evaluators with in-depth knowledge of the local context, increased engagement of young and emerging evaluators in WOPEs, evaluation organizations, teams, and commissions, and finally, to expand availability and accessibility of capacity building, career development courses to build knowledge, attitude, skills, and practices of YEs. In order to achieve the following outcomes, as my speakers had explained earlier, EvalYouth Asia has partnered with APIA to conduct the winter school, and this year we started the follow-up training for winter school participants. The 4 trainings were held and it will continue next year as well. And the P2P Career Hub and the EvalYouth Chapters project, and also webinars focused on YEs. We started initially with a webinar for YEs. I remember in July, we had one a few years ago, 3 years ago, and that was with Sausan on data visualization, and we had over 150 participants. So capacity building and skill development is critical for young and emerging evaluators. And I hope through all this work and this team will continue to do that. So the young and emerging evaluators will be technically sound and skillful when doing evaluation studies. Also, for all of the 8 teams, YEs are involved as team leaders or team members in all of the 8 teams. So this is a great achievement that YEs are leading the way in the implementation of the Asia Pacific Regional Strategy. And hopefully one day they can take the evaluation profession forward in the region. Now moving on, for this year, presently in line with the Asia Pacific Regional Strategy, APIA, PhilDev and EvalYouth Asia launched a small grants project for EvalYouth national chapters and YE networks in the Asia Pacific region to conduct an in-country, in-person career development capacity building activity for YEs in the Asia Pacific region. So this is an exciting opportunity that was started, and we are thankful for APIA for helping fund some of the chapters in order to do this. So, and this purpose of this grant is to build the capacity and career development of YEs in the region, and also for EvalYouth chapters to build partnerships in collaborate with WOPEs and other institutions in their countries. So after nearly 3 weeks of call for proposals, we received a total of 10 proposals from 9 different countries, all of which are of good quality. We congratulate everyone for having quality proposals. After much deliberation by the selection committee, we are going to announce the winners now for these proposals who will be receiving the grants. So there'll be, based on the selection committee, there are 4 winners for this grant. So let me announce them. So Erika, are you ready? Erika?
Yeah.
So the first winner is EvalYouth Bhutan. The next winner is EvalYouth Sri Lanka. The next winner is EvalYouth India. And finally, the next winner is EvalYouth Pakistan. So congratulations to the winners. And of course, for all the other applicants who applied and are still interested in implementing those proposals, EvalYouth Asia would be more than happy to assist the chapters in implementing them, even without the grant. So please feel to reach out to us. We want to help all the chapters in the region build their capacity and provide training. So even without a funding, we are happy to help. So congratulations again to the winners, and we look forward to seeing your proposals being implemented, and you'll do great work for the YEs in your region and on the trainings. And we encourage, I think Erika can speak more to this later, because next year there's going to be Youth in Evaluation Week. So it's going to be a big year for young and emerging evaluators. And we hope all these trainings will help young and emerging evaluators in their capacity, and also to professionalize the field in the region. So thank you.
Thank you, Rambika, and congratulations to all the chapters who won the grant. And of course, we should thank the Asia Pacific Evaluation Association for providing the resources, to make this initiative possible. And now I would like to invite Qadratullah Jahid, one of our colleagues, to present about Way Forward. Jahid, the floor is yours.
Yeah, thank you so much. for having me here today, and hi everyone. First of all, congratulations to the national chapters for being awarded these projects. And I hope that with your internal resources and with this very little contribution from APIA and EvalYouth Asia, you will be able to do a lot of great work that you have been doing over these years. So I will just start with a few things. I would say that the past 3 years of EvalYouth Asia, they have not been, they have happened, as Erika mentioned in the opening, that they were during a very difficult and a pandemic time. But even with those times, our EvalYouth Asia co-leaders from our region, they've worked so hard and in a very dedicated manner to make a lot of these achievements happen. And it's not only those leaders, it's all the members who are here today and who are not participating in this event, but are in the region, who have contributed to all these achievements and these activities on a regional and on a national level. As you have seen, and you have already heard names of so many different partners that EvalYouth Asia collaborated with. So this collaboration as a way forward is one of the key things that EvalYouth Asia will be delivering in the region, expanding collaboration and a much more stronger presence on a national and on a regional level with these various partners with the goal of promoting young evaluators in evaluations. APIA being one of our very key partners, APIA is one of the very strong powers that have been alongside EvalYouth Asia in this region. And we have champions within our region. And one of the key champions, and I would like to name Asela, have been very supportive of EvalYouth Asia. So EvalYouth Asia, I believe, should continue in keeping that strong partnership and collaboration with APIA in the region, at the same time being an independent regional chapter. I also wanted to mention that EvalYouth Asia was the 4th regional chapter that was launched, but in a very short period of time, it moved to one of the most active chapters in the region, and that needs energy. And with new leaders coming in to EvalYouth Asia over these years, and hopefully the incoming leaders, we need that kind of energy to continue the pace and to continue the great work that we have been doing with our region. Asia Pacific region is vast and it has a lot of diversity, and that's the strength of our chapter. And we would like, and I actually would be very, very grateful for that diversity to be much more representative and represented as it is. And all the leaders, there have been difficult times when we were not actually receiving a lot of members from a specific part of the region, and all the EvalYouth Asia leaders thinking about how can we reach more young evaluators in that region, and that thinking should exist. Personally, I've benefited a lot from EvalYouth Asia, and I encourage all members and all potential and hopefully future co-leaders to consider being part of this chapter. There is a lot of learning. The groups that you work with, the group that you sit on a monthly meeting and collaborate with, they all bring strength, they all bring knowledge, experience, and learnings. And there is something to learn from each and every one of them. This is a great opportunity for everyone. And I encourage all to be part of this chapter. If there are participants who are not already members, I encourage you to be here. And I believe that EvalYouth Asia have connected me to my region and to my profession. And I'm sure that everyone will benefit from that. So as a way forward, I think national chapters being strong our work being present in different countries led by young evaluators in those countries is one of the key aspects that, and it's one of the thinking that have been there from day one in the EvalYouth Asia's core team. Yeah, with that, I would like to end here and thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Jahid, for, first of all, thank you so much for joining us and celebrating this anniversary with us again. So yeah, for those, for the context of our audience as well, Jahid is again like one of our co-founders for EvalYouth Asia, and he has retired from the leadership sometime, correct me if I'm wrong, early this year, correct, right, Jahid? Yes, due to other opportunities as well. So I'm glad, I'm glad to have you back, Jahid, and just like for you to join us in this event. And one of the main reasons as well for our other speakers sharing their stories is because like this is at the same time, we also want to acknowledge that there is a batch of co-leaders who are, including me, who's gonna be graduating and gonna be retiring from the EvalYouth Asia leadership. So I would just like ask my co-leaders to please turn on their videos. So including me, I would be outgoing. That would be then followed by Chamatkara, and then Imad, and then Randika and Yatin as well. So Randika would be staying for a couple of months to help with the transition between the new leaderships, and then Yatin would also be staying to for a couple of months as well, just to make sure that all is going well, and for just to maintain the sustainability, ensure the sustainability of EvalYouth Asia. So please join me in thanking my co-leaders for all of their hard work. They are very much well-deserved, and congratulations for all of your achievements for EvalYouth Asia. I bow to you all. Great job. So thank you. And the last 3 years have been a blast with you guys. So yeah. Yeah. And of course, with the outgoing comes the new leadership teams for EvalYouth Asia. So it is my pleasure to welcome the new leadership team for the EvalYouth Asia. So we will be having Dorothy May Albiento. She's one of the earlier batches who joined the leadership team and will be staying as well in the new one. Same with Nazir ul Haq, followed by Samandar Mamodi. And then the new ones, the very new, fresh ones who we have been trying to train for the past months. And we are very, very confident that would be doing their best to, take EvalYouth Asia further than we ever have. So I would be doing nothing but cheering for you guys after this year. So please welcome Hasiti Samarasinghe. Say wave hi. She's our dear moderator for today. Maha Salman. Wave to them. Amol Suresh, who unfortunately cannot join us today. And then we have Tashi Choden. Tashi, I saw you somewhere. There you go. Could you just wave hi to our members so they would recognize you? Thank you, Tashi. And then we have Trang Dao. Trang Dao, please say hi. Yes, so please welcome our new leadership, and congratulations to our new team. So yeah. So with the new leadership team coming in, of course, we are very excited to know what are they planning for next year. So take it further. Go ahead, Maha Salman.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Erica, for this very, very warm welcome. And hello, everyone. I am Maha Salman. And if you don't know me yet, you will be seeing a lot of me, hopefully, in the future. So this has been a great day, a great year for all of us. So many things, so many exciting things have happened, which everyone has talked about. And now I have the interesting role today of sharing what new is to come. And for that, I'm going to share about only some of the key activities that we'll be doing, and hopefully there'll be more surprises, which I might not be sharing today, but we will see what else there is in this coming year. So firstly, as Imad mentioned, that we already have 10 networks, EvalYouth chapters, and 2 more are to come, and many more are to come as well. So in terms of the EvalYouth chapter projects, we will closely work with APIA to support the YEE networks to launch EvalYouth chapters in the Asia Pacific region. As Yatin mentioned that about the winter school, it is one of the now becoming sort of like a flagship program or training for capacity building programs for the young and emerging evaluators. So the 4th virtual evaluation winter school for young and emerging evaluators for the Asia Pacific region is planned to be held in December next year. This is, of course, organized by APIA and EvalYouth Asia in collaboration with other partners. The winter school will provide technical sessions, training on career development, and M&E, including practical and interactive experiences for the participants. And it's not just this one event. There are always the follow-up trainings for winter school participants. And for the previous years, 2021 and 22, the follow-up trainings will also be held next year. And these trainings will be organized by APIA, EvalYouth Asia, EvalYouth Global, Eval for Action campaign, and of course, the Asia Pacific Communication Hub. And the main outcomes of these workshops are to enhance the knowledge and skills of YEEs on evaluation and to strengthen the EYEE network. Other than that, in terms of the small grant project for YEs, which Randika just talked about. So again, congratulations to all the winners, including us. Congratulations, Nazir. So in coordination with PhilDev and EvalYouth Asia and APIA, they all intend to support the 3 to 5 EvalYouth national chapters or YE networks in the Asia Pacific to conduct an in-country, in-person career development capacity building activity for YEs in the Asia Pacific. We've all been having so many virtual capacity building trainings. So this grant gives you an opportunity to have an in-person meeting, meet all these evaluators, meet your network to kind of motivate each other, strengthen each other. So this is a great opportunity. So once again, congratulations to all the winners. In terms of the P2P project, we're hoping to revamp the team and reignite so that we can start the sessions again. For that, we will, of course, need a good support from our volunteers. So we are planning to increase our membership to get more volunteers who can really help us out in revamping the team. And of course, these consultation meetings, the partners for P2P are EvalYouth Global, Global Evaluation Initiative, UNFPA, and the World Bank. And we will probably also be having consultation meetings for the strategic advice and planning to revamp the whole P2P network. So these are some of the areas that we're going to be working on. If you have further ideas, we would love to hear from all of you. Please connect. You can email us at the APIA coordinator email or at the EvalYouth Asia chapter email, and we would love to work with you all. And just last thing before I leave, I just want to share or mention my personal journey with EvalYouth Asia and EvalYouth networks, and how much it has helped me professionally as well as personally. And I think personally more, because it just motivates you and you feel so good, especially in times of COVID when we were working from home and a lot of changes were happening with all of us professionally. This was something that used to, every month we used to have some sort of training, some sort of, I would be moderating some of the events, and it was something so exciting, and I always look forward to it. So this is something, and this whole network and the energy and the synergies, areas to collaborate, there's so much room to do more. And this is why I think hats off to everyone who's helped us throughout. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jahid, Erika, for giving the floor and explaining empathy. And now, next, of course, we have celebrations. We don't forget to take photos, right? So next is our group picture time. So if all of our participants can open up their cameras, our production team will capture our group photo. Production team, please let us know once you're done. So I invite all of you to open up your cameras and join our group photo.
Erika, maybe you can.
Cheese, guys. Production team, let us know once you are done.
Okay, one last for those last minute joiners. One last. Okay, 1, 2, 3, smile. Got it. Okay.
Okay, great. Thank you, everyone. Erika, can we move to the next slide, please? Now I invite Dorothy May and Nazir ul Haq to give the closing remarks. May and Nazir, the floor is yours.
All right. Thank you, Hasity. Wow, time flies, no? I can't believe 3 years went by that fast. I'm just really glad I get to be part of the journey of EvalYouth Asia for the past 2 years since I joined. Although I feel sad that most of our co-founders are leaving us, but I'm also excited about what's in store for them beyond EvalYouth Asia in the evaluation field. Thank you so much for creating EvalYouth Asia. This has been a critical space for young and emerging evaluators in our region to come together, learn from and with one another, and promote the inclusion of young and emerging evaluators in the evaluation ecosystem. Nazir, do you have any message for our outgoing leaders?
Thank you, May. Thank you very much. Well, it has been a great pleasure, working with all the co-leaders for the last 3 years who are graduating today. I would like to congratulate them all for the amazing work they have done over the last 3 years, for setting a strong foundation for EvalYouth Asia, for showing us a clear direction on what path we have to take, where we should be going, and how we can work with different partners in the region, influencing the evaluation ecosystem, in the Asia Pacific, but as well as at the global level, because most of our co-leaders have been actually working at the global, regional, country, and all different levels. You are going to see, we have seen all these co-leaders, but I'm sure we are going to see the upcoming new leaders playing an influential role in promoting evaluation as well. Personally, I have witnessed their dedication, leadership, consistency, and wisdom over the last 3 years, and that has made EvalYouth Asia one of the most dynamic regional chapters in the world. Thank you very much for inspiring us, and as well as for inspiring a whole lot of young and emerging evaluators in the region. We are definitely going to miss you and the energy, passion, and the thoughtfulness you would bring to every event, every meeting, either small or big. You have shown us how to do it actually. So thank you very much. I'm sure even though you are graduating today, but you will be out there supporting us as we continue the journey of EvalYouth Asia. So thank you once again. And as we look to the future, we need passionate young emerging leaders, to fill the big shoes that are going to be left by our retiring co-leaders today. So please, if you're interested in being part of EvalYouth Asia, we will be sharing a link in the chat. Please fill it, nominate yourself, nominate your friends, but also share it with your network, so that we continue the journey of EvalYouth Asia and contribute to promoting the field of evaluation in the region. Thank you once again. May, would you like to share something more, about what we are going to do in the next year?
Okay, thanks, Nasir. But before we end, before we go to our closing, we'd first like to thank everyone for celebrating with us in our 3-year anniversary. We'd like to thank our EvalYouth Chair, Gabby. I think she already left, but she has to wake up really early to join us in all of our activities and all of our meetings. So we really appreciate the EvalYouth Global support to the chapter as well. So, and thank you also to our co-leaders for walking us through the journey so far of EvalYouth Asia, all our achievements and our plans moving forward for the chapter. And to us who will continue the journey, we have a lot of work to do, I know, but let's do it. Let's go, team. And lastly, I'd like to acknowledge also the production and comms team of the APC Hub for working behind the scenes always to make our events really good and successful. And finally, to all of you here who joined us to celebrate our 3rd anniversary, thank you so much. And we look forward to engaging you more in our upcoming activities. So, Nazir?
Thank you, May. 2023 is definitely going to be a big year for us, working with the new co-leaders. But as you already heard from Maha, we have a lot of new activities in store, working with the grants that some of us have received. I'm sure we are going to work hard on them, and then show that it's going to be a successful piloting of the grants that will be provided to other national chapters in the region. We have the winter school coming, and then we have the follow-up training for winter school. We have the Youth in Evaluation Week and the Youth Summit. So a whole lot of new activities out there. Please follow our social media pages. You will get to know more about the activities. That's all from us, Hasiti. Back to you.
Thank you, Nazir and May. And of course, I don't think Nazir and May both, I don't think that even though our co-leads are retired, they will be with us, because see, in the chat, Yatin is saying that this is his family and he won't be retiring it, and Erica seconded it. So yeah, we will keep that in mind for sure. And thank you everyone for joining with us today. And before you leave, we have a few more reminders. And can we move on to the next slide? Yeah. So yesterday, Evaluation Asia started, and this will go until this Saturday, 10th of December. And tomorrow we have our 37th SLEVA webinar. Next slide. Yes, we have 37th SLEVA webinar coming up. It's about localizing M&E education in the Asia Pacific region. And you still have a few hours to get registered for this. So we invite all of you to join with this webinar as well. Next slide. And APIA Asia Pacific Journal of Evaluation is calling for papers, and you can submit your papers under different themes. So if you want to know about this, if you want to know more details, please visit APIA website. And maybe our production team can send the link to the chat as well. Next slide. With that, we would like to close up the floor, and thank you everyone for joining with us today. And please keep in touch with us. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. And of course, if you have any concerns, please write to us. Thank you again. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a great evening.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Yay!
Done.